Good morning children. So today we are going to discuss chapter end exercises from the chapter Physical and Chemical Changes. Let's move into the questions. Question number 1 is classify the changes involved in the following processes as physical or chemical changes. So we will discuss one by one. Number 1, photosynthesis. We know that photosynthesis is a process in which plants make their own food by getting carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So it is a chemical process as new substances are produced after photosynthesis. We know that glucose is produced along with oxygen, right? So it is a chemical change. Dissolving sugar in water. So we know that dissolving sugar in water is a physical change as there is no new products are formed. Burning of coal. Burning of any fuel is a chemical change. Melting of wax. So melting of wax is a physical change because only the state is changed. Beating aluminium to make aluminium foil. That is also a physical change because only the shape is changed. And the last one is digestion of food. We know digestion of food is a chemical change as new products are formed after digestion of food. Let's move to question number 2. Here is question number 2. So we have to write true or false. If the statement is false, we have to rewrite it as a correct statement. Okay. So the first one is cutting a log of wood into pieces is a chemical change. We know that it is a physical change. Cutting off a piece of wood, we are just changing the shape. So it is a physical change. Okay. So make it correct as cutting a log of wood into pieces is an irreversible physical change. Formation of manure from leaves is a physical change. We know that formation of manure from leaves is a chemical change. New substances are produced during this change. So it is also a false statement. So here is the correct statement given. Iron pipes coated with zinc do not get rusted easily. That is a true statement. Okay. So coating of zinc on iron is called galvanization. Hope you remember that term. Iron and rust are the same substances. No, it is false. Iron and rust are two different chemical substances because rust is produced when iron chemically reacts with oxygen and water. And the last one is condensation of steam is not a chemical change. It is correct. Condensation of steam is a physical change. So we'll move to the third question. Fill in the blanks in the following statements. When carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns milky due to the formation of dash. We know that during this chemical change, a white precipitate is formed, right? Lime water will turn milky because a white precipitate is formed. That white precipitate is due to the formation of calcium carbonate. Okay. The chemical name of baking soda. Chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Two methods by which rusting of iron can be prevented are. We can write any two methods. We have learned a lot of methods like painting or greasing, then galvanization, chrome plating or making stainless steel, etc. are the methods to prevent rusting. You can write any two of them. Changes in which only dash properties of a substance change are called physical changes. We know that during a physical change, only the physical properties of a substance is changed. So the answer is physical properties. And the last one is changes in which new substances are formed are called chemical changes. Alright, we'll move to the fourth question. Here is question number 4. When baking soda is mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed with the evolution of a gas. What type of change is it? Explain. So we know that when baking soda and lemon juice are mixed, a fizzing reaction occurs in which a lot of bubbles of a gas are evolved. So the bubbles of a gas is of carbon dioxide. So here is the word equation. Lemon juice plus baking soda will give you carbon dioxide plus some other substances. So the chemical name of lemon juice is also given. It is citric acid. As new products are formed during this chemical reaction, it is a chemical change. Hope you understood it clearly. Next one. Question number 5. When a candle burns, both physical and chemical changes takes place. Identify these changes. Give another example of a familiar process in which both the chemical and physical changes take place. So here, when a candle burns, two changes are there. Melting of wax is a physical change and burning of wax is a chemical change. We can write any examples such as LPG. When LPG comes out of the cylinder, when we open the knob, it will comes out of the cylinder. It will be converted from liquid to gaseous state, which is a physical change, and burning of that gas is a chemical change. Question number 6. How would you show that setting of a curd is a chemical change? We know that when milk sets into curd, the taste will change entirely. The milk will become more sour in taste when it changes into curd. Therefore, we can assume that some acid is produced during the chemical reaction as it turns more sour in taste. And also, we can observe some change in smell. Therefore, setting of curd is a chemical change. Alright, we'll move to question number 7. Explain why burning of wood and cutting it into small pieces are considered as two different types of changes. Burning of wood or any other fuel is a chemical change because during burning a lot of new substances are formed. For example, when wood is burning, it will combine with oxygen to produce ash, which is mainly carbon. Along with carbon dioxide, water vapor and heat, light, two energies are also produced. But cutting a piece of wood into small pieces is a physical change because no new substances are formed here. Only we are changing the size of the wood. Question number 8. Describe how crystals of copper sulphate are prepared. So we have learnt crystallization process, that is, take a cupful of water in a beaker and add some dilute sulphuric acid, heat water. When it starts boiling, add copper sulphate powder slowly. Continue to add copper sulphate powder till no more powder can be dissolved. That means we are preparing a saturated solution. During this process, continuously stir the solution. And after that, filter the solution for removing the impurities. Leave it for slow cooling. Look it after some time, maybe after 1 day or 2 days. You can see the crystals of copper sulphate. Question number 9. Explain how painting of an iron gate prevents it from rusting. So we know that rusting is a chemical change in which iron will combine with oxygen and moisture. Okay. So when an iron article is painted, actually we are preventing the contact of iron with oxygen and moisture. Therefore, painting will help to prevent rust. Question number 10 is, explain why rusting of iron objects is faster in coastal areas than in deserts. We know that rusting is a chemical reaction in which iron reacts with oxygen and moisture. So we know in coastal areas moisture content will be more. In desert, the moisture content will be less. So the process of rusting will be faster in coastal areas as moisture is a main factor which promotes rusting. Question number 11. The gas we use in the kitchen is called liquified petroleum gas, LPG. In the cylinder, it exists as a liquid. When it comes out from the cylinder, it becomes a gas. That is change A. What is change A? When liquid petroleum gases comes out from the cylinder, it becomes a gas. Then it burns. Change B. The following statements pertain to these changes. Choose the correct one. Process A is a chemical change. Is it a chemical change? No, it is a physical change, right? Process B is a chemical change. Yeah, burning of a fuel is a chemical change. So, second option is correct. Both processes A and B are chemical changes. No, none of these processes is a chemical change. So, the only one correct option is second choice. Process B is a chemical change. Here is the last question. Anaerobic bacteria digest animal waste and produce biogas, which is called change A. The biogas is then burned as fuel, change B. The following statements pertain to these changes. Choose the correct one. Process A is a chemical change. That is correct. Decomposition of animal waste to produce biogas is a chemical change because new products are formed. Burning of a fuel is also a chemical change. Process B is a chemical change. That is also correct. Both processes A and B are chemical changes. That is correct. None of these processes is a chemical change. So we can write the option both processes A and B are chemical changes. That is the correct one. So the whole chapter is over. Hope you understood it clearly. So take care and bye-bye.